OC ladies are back, season 17, episode 2. So we start out with Emily, the new lady, meeting up for drinks. They're finding similarities in their Midwest type of lifestyle. Then eventually, obviously, they probe her about cheating on her husband. And she basically said they fell out of love. The new guy was giving her what she wasn't getting. Typical cheaters lines, like I wasn't getting this from my relationship, and this person walked in and gave me the heavens and the earth. But the ladies are pretty cool. They're not trying to judge. They're just like, okay, whatever. Then we go over to Heather's house, get ready for her kids going to college, and this is like literally the richest freaking college send off. I'm like, what do they need all these things for? Like, for real. But in true Heather fashion, she's buying a whole bunch of stuff. Even her son's like, girl, what are you doing? Then Tamra calls Heather talking about she's about to meet Shannon. And no, sorry, Shannon calls Heather saying that she's about to meet Tamra. She's just like, good luck. Heather is like, both of them think they're right. She doesn't see how this is going to be resolved, which I get. Like, I think Tamra is trying to put her foot down because I'm sure she cannot believe she was put on pause. But we'll see how this goes. Shannon and Tamra meet, and basically, it doesn't go well because they both think they're right. Tamara says, oh, you weren't there for me when her first husband had cancer and was going through chemo. Apparently, she was hiding that she was helping him out from her current husband, which makes me wonder if she's coming back to dump Eddie. Like, you know, these housewives usually are strategic. They come back and show you how horrible their relationships is, then divorce. But the fact that Shannon knew about it makes me think you guys were talking and it was a decent enough relationship that she even knew you were doing this. But they're going back and forth. Shannon's like, you hurt people. You said I was an alcoholic. You said I was neurotic. You said all these awful things. And Shannon's like, well, you said David wanted you to stop drinking. Just because I tell you my husband wants me to stop drinking doesn't mean I want you to use that against me. What the hell? But Tamra is who Tamra is. Shannon is who Shannon is. Then we go to the new lady who is like, I like her. I think she's going to be a great wife because already she's coming in like a cheater wife and, you know, all these things happening. But the most endearing thing is all the animals she takes in, and she tells us that she's a foster mom and how she got the last baby. Basically, she's known him since he was a baby, literally, because she said that she used to go to shelter, pick him up, and he got so good, comfortable in their house that even when she would go back to him, he will have like a reaction. And eventually, by 2 years old, the decision was made that they want to keep him forever. And at 5 years old, the adoption was final. So I'm so happy with that story. Like, it shows she has a big heart. She made a mistake in her marriage, but things happen. So yeah, I'm liking the new lady for sure. So we get back, Tamara and Eddie are kind of reminiscent because they have to get rid of Cut Fitness. But honestly, 10 years as an independent like gym owner, they weren't like a franchise or anything. That's amazing because I see a whole bunch of pop-up gyms that open and close, open and close. So this is actually like impressive that they were able to keep it open, keep their doors open that long. So we now go to Shane and Emily, and I love their relationship. They're not typical, they are real. You're gonna banter, you're gonna be awkward, it's just what it is. They love each other, they tolerate each other. Even Emily in the beginning of the episode is like, she doesn't see any reason Shane would leave her because she's like, I've tried this man in so many ways and apparently he loves the way my booty hole smells. So it is what it is. So they go over to, what's her name's house? Gina's house. Gina has COVID. I guess she planned a party, but she's not going to be able to attend it to get like party supplies and stuff like that. They talk a little bit about Shannon and Tamra butting heads and things like that. And basically Shannon being overly dramatic. I looked up the definition of ghosted. Like, girl, ghosted is everywhere on the internet. If you're on the internet for half a day, you will see what ghosted means. So you didn't have to look it up. But I guess this is going to be the major storyline. And I guess they never really make up because I don't think they're friends at this point. So it is what it is. All the ladies are arriving at the boat party, and Heather is definitely slush. She comes in all sideways talking about, let's go to the penthouse of the boat. And the ladies are like all like cute in the pink. They call Gina, say thanks for the boat party, even though she has COVID now. And the new lady is trying to tell them about her whole foster stuff and her stories about the children. And drunk ass Shannon is like, is that John's boat? I'm like, girl, focus on the focus. Heather is drunk boot. She's literally doing a Shannon, which is like shocking to me. Like, this girl says, let's take shots. I'm like, Heather doesn't do shots. She's Miss Shams. Like, why are we doing shots, Heather? But then she takes the shot glass, throws it across, breaks it on the freaking boat. I know the people working on the boat were irritated because that's an expensive boat they were in. But she's like wandering around. Taylor is like asking a serious question about her acting. And Shannon is like, not Shannon. Heather is like, okay, I'll help you out, whatever. I mean, Heather was a serious actor for like 2 minutes, but I guess it's the way Taylor is gonna come back into the show. It will be her acting career. I don't know, but I'm like, whatever. So Emily and Tamra are forming this real relationship, and they're talking about basically ways to mend her and Shannon's relationship. And Emily's giving her like pure advice, like, girl, can you guys meet in the middle? And Tamara is like not having it. She doesn't want to make up with Shannon. She wants the fight to be her storyline, because if she makes up with Shannon, what's she gonna do the rest of the show? Cut Fitness is closed. She can't really advertise that. Eddie doesn't have a job. I'm sure she doesn't want to highlight that or have a business. So I'm like, what's going to be her storyline? Then Heather stumbles out from nowhere, sits down. Can I say something? I'm like, Heather, girl, drink some water. Like, you are, girl. And Emily is irritated because she's like, Heather literally interrupts me all the time. She gives like different scenarios in which this has happened. And I don't even know what Heather even interjects, like it's rubbish. But Tamra starts losing her shit. Everybody on the boat is like looking like, why is she yelling? She's like, she didn't do anything to Shannon. That Shannon can basically buzz off. She says like a word. I'm like, I think it's two curse words combined. But I'm like, girl, why are you so upset? You guys haven't even talked for 2 years. Like, I ain't gonna be mad on nobody I haven't talked to for 2 years. Like, that's like, I got no more emotions to give. But Tamra, in her typical dramatic ways, is doing the most. So Tamra is having a bitch fit, and honestly, it's exhausting. It's the same squeaky voice screaming, and Shannon is like staring at her like, girl, what is the problem? Like, why are you tripping this hard? You're calling me an alcoholic, but you're clearly drunk. Your eyes are not even open. You were having a hard time coming down some staircase. So it's like, yes, does Shannon drink? She does drink. But if you must accuse her, I need you to be sober as hell, accusing another person of alcoholism. But it's ridiculous. All housewives drink. Like, that's their whole premise. They want you to be liquored up so you're free and you're saying rubbish about yourself. And the girls are trying to rationalize with Tamra, like, girl, you have to tell her what hurts you so she can apologize. Like, she's very receptive. And at some point, Shannon does apologize to the new girl because she interrupted her. The new girl was still trying to bring her 2 cents in when Tamra runs in and is like going ballistic. Heather is drunk as fuck. Like, Heather is not even saying anything that makes sense at this point. She's staring off his face. I don't know if it's the edibles getting her or the alcohol. But it's hilarious to see because Heather is always Miss Prim and Proper. Those edibles will get you, baby. But I'm just like, this is crazy. I don't still know why Taylor was brought in, but I guess down the line we'll see. I did like Taylor. I thought like her first few seasons, she was dealt a hard blow. She was with a controlling husband who ended up taking his life, which was another way of controlling her. So she never really had a bounce back, and she never had the financial strength. But she looks good. She looks healthy. I'm hoping we see more of her in a positive light, or at least holding her own, even if it's in a negative light. But yeah, this episode was entertaining. Like, I think the OC we love is coming back, and that's good. That's good. Y'all let me know what y'all think.